Hello everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. Where in the last episode we started off the second chapter's trial and then we got all the way into the intermission or like the half point before I was like, okay, this is a good stopping point. I am dreading what I know is coming up next. I'm not sure when, but I am very certain, based on what I remember seeing in other people's Let's Plays, that there is a mini game that's part of the trial that's coming up that I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna be so bad at this. But it is what it is, and I have to just suck it up and try to do the best I can, I guess. I apologize ahead of time, y'all. This is gonna be the struggle. Even last time I was mad at myself for getting stuff wrong. But anyway, let's continue on.
Oh, mon ami! And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room. Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that. Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
You warning me, game? You're warning me how bad I'm gonna do? I'm gonna need to save?
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime after I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide!
Did you really check?
I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder. At any rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
Oh boy, this is it. Oh no. Okay. I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? No. If so, we've prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answer from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. Yeah, I know. During the Logic Dive, you will control a version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse course. You can move sideways with the mouse and accelerate with control keys. Oh, what? Oh no. Accelerate with the control key, move sideways with the mouse? Oh, I was expecting to use WASD. Press the right mouse button to brake and the left mouse button to jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course, so make sure you're familiar with these controls so you can reach the goal. On your journey, you will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump into walls. Also, upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. I highly recommend you make good use of the break. That's my meddlesome advice to you. If you press the escape key during the logic dive, you can review the controls. Okay. Well then, good luck and have fun. She's right. This might be a very important problem. If the killer tampered with the evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house, when did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm going to do it. Here we go. So that's break. That's jump. This is accelerate. Okay, so the mouse is moving it. Oh god. Woo! Oh god. Oh, I didn't have to jump there. I timed it. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? That was before Hiyoko arrived, right? Okay. That was correct. Woo! It's always scary because I don't know if I have to jump over stuff. No. Okay, when did the killer leave the beach house? It was gonna be after Hiyoko left. This one I have to jump? Oh shoot. That's hard. How, wait. Okay, I don't have to do anything. It was gonna just jump for me. Okay. Question 3. Where's the killer hiding? Well, it was in the beach house. I'm sure it wasn't the beach itself. There's nowhere to really hide there. Yay! Just that one oopsie at the end. Okay, I'm sure that was like easy compared to how it gets later. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I was just so nervous the whole time. Alright.
It's all coming together. Do you think the killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing. Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
Mm-hmm.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
Oh, what are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good.
I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. The place where the killer was hiding, the place where Hiyoko hasn't looked is... She said she looked in the shower room. So the only other place someone could hide is the closet, but Hiyoko was in the closet, so...
Here! The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right?
You didn't look around the room.
And you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place? And without Hiyoko knowing?
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
If the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance, I can only think of one place. That's right. The place where the killer was hiding inside the closet was... And it's because I think basically Hyoko was down here, right? Just laying down here. There's only one other opening right now that someone could possibly be hiding in, and that would be in here.
Here! What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
But the shelf it was on, it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. Because we haven't been on this island that long, so the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
It's kinda like, in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
That's so creepy.
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
There's no way the killer would leave Hyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hyoko.
Saying whatever you want, even if you didn't ask. Alright, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
That contradicts itself? Yeah, you know what? But I don't blame her for wanting to punch him, so...
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
Huh?
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time.
Men from the future, is that a hint of something?
As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, well, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that.
Well, unfortunately, he's kind of smart, so he can be very helpful when he wants to be.
I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Okay.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
Jeez, fine, fine! You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
We were just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
Now, obviously, the fact that Nagito brought that up and Monokuma was upset, clearly that's going to be important later.
And after Hyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too. Now, let's start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in the non-stop debates. From this point forward, you will now be able to use the Truth Flashback. Well, that's a weird phrasing. If you hold down the left mouse button, the shape of the reticle will change. If you aim at the remark's weak spot and keep it in that position, you will be able to memorize it. Okay, that's like absorbing or whatever they used to call it in the other games. This memorized phrase can only be fired once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change to a different truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or mistake in your available truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to use flashback? Well, you'll just have to trust your keen wits, won't you? By the way, you will not be able to agree with anyone while you're using the truth flashback. Okay. Please remember that it is only effective when refuting points. Alright. Well then, good luck and have fun. Clearly we're gonna do that in this one. Yeah, we only have that, so.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
They didn't have to use the shower.
Oh, what about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower...
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit? They cut it up and whoosh.
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe it's the other way around? Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
Okay. The blood. If I use that person's opinion, I might be able to break through the contradiction.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible. No, that's wrong.
Okay.
They just needed to wash off the blood. They didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Yeah, something that we noticed at the crime scene.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
Something other than the shower that was used to wash off the blood. It's possible it was...
I see.
Must have been cold.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Oh. What's going on, Pecco?
That's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
Okay. Trash can.
It's true there were drinks in the beach house with, however, one bottle drink wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down.
Okay.
We can't assume they used just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were only
Oh,
flavored drinks.
shoot.
If you use those, the blood will come off in your body, but it will leave an aromatic smell too.
Oh, wrong one. Shoot. What's wrong? Do you think your story will reach me when your spirit is so weak? Sorry. I think I passed the one I needed.
Crap!
Okay.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Yes. They're not there because they're in their trash can.
There were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Ah, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
You should have said so sooner.
Yeah, why are you so useless, Kazuichi?
Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of a shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Mm-hmm. Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, that person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Stop reading my mind, dang it.
See? Just as I thought.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
If the killer used plastic water bottles to wash off the blood that splattered onto them, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. Because they were wet. I'm sorry, darling. You've been speaking up a lot during this trial, too. Kinda obvious.
Peko. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Yeah, it was sexy.
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry. So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something! Hold on, you bastard!
Well,
You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming! No one even saw her swimming. No. I saw her. Huh? After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home.
mm-hmm.
So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time. You're stupid.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
Your big mouth.
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer!
Oh, why are you getting so worked up, bro?
We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
Now that you mention it, you're right.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up for you, Hiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If you have an explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh? Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route. I might know what it was. In fact, the only possible thing I can think of is that opening.
I see!
If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like you threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Yeah, about littering.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence, rules are still rules.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
No, they just have to use an object.
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
We're so used to seeing a certain something with her that they're not even thinking about it.
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
Oh my god, Hiyoko.
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So, the only thing I can think of is that the killer must have hid it somewhere. If that's the case, focus and think. The object the killer used to escape out the window. I have to look at the controls. Controls, please. Okay, right mouse button, catch, release, explode letter, tab key, no. Send keyword. Cursor's special move? What? What is that? Concentrate, space key. Okay. What's the question? What the killer used to escape out the window. Okay. So... no. No, I'm not getting what I know exactly what she... Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Okay, this needs to... What is it? Control key to speed it up a little? Let me do it when I feel safe. I'm not focused. I'm so busy. Looking for an R. Looking for an R. Give me R. Okay. I'm doing horrible at this. This is the worst. Need a D. Need a D. Yes. Finally end this torture. Ugh, that was really bad, y'all. I feel like I did better at it before, but this time it was really rough.
You carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool?
I'm surprised they could hold her weight.
You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily! Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
That we know of.
Well, it is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Ah, okay.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Oh no, we're already here. No! I just went through one hell and now I'm going into another. Now then, the time has come once again for the panic talk action. Let's talk a little bit about fever time and nega time. From this point on, you will be able to use fever time by pressing the space key during PTA. When fever time is activated, the tempo will be pushed to its max, but that's not all. You won't miss during fever time either. By pressing the left mouse button when applicable, you can destroy your opponent's verbal assault. But only until your focus gauge runs out, so make the best possible use of your time. Of course, you're not the only one who can get the upper hand. There's something called nega time that your opponent can use too. If your opponent activates nega time, your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit difficult to press the buttons in rhythm. So in that case, please time the rhythm not with your eyes, but with your ears and your passionate heart. If you can't clear it, you can always change the difficulty setting. I'm not going to tell them that they'll have to redo the class trial for that chapter if they do that. Hee. Oh my god. Well then, good luck and have fun. That's so cruel.
Hold on a sec, you bastard! You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword? It would have been left in the shower room and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... Wait. Lock on and attack, left mouse button, final strike, left mouse button, reload, and final strike is tab key? So I don't use the right mouse button at all? Fever time is space key. Reload is tab. Final strike.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? I'll sell your fucking organs! You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! If she used a bamboo sword as a step stool, it
Bamboo sword bag.
This is the end. If she used her bamboo sword as a stepstone, she could have recovered it with her sword bag.
Alright, so the good way of dealing when they do that nega time is to activate your fever time.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a stepstone, she tied her sword back to it. And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
Pretty ingenious.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag too. She used them both to escape. Akane said she's like a ninja, but it's nothing as silly as that.
I think if it wasn't for the whole shower room thing and her having to use the water bottles, I think everything else, she pretty much did a really smart job of it. But I think the, you know, not being able to use the shower room screwed her over big time.
Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman. Even so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
Ugh, shut up, Nagito.
Oh, you just back off!
Is it true? You killed
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
She admitted it just now, right? She admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now. Let's cast our votes.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
Yes.
My motive?
In the end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question, I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Alright. Well, we're getting to an interesting point in this trial. Oh boy. It's not over yet, y'all. But thank you so much for watching. I'm going to leave this right here and we'll finish it up in the next episode. So, until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.